Welcome back to Microtopia. Last time I got myself into a little bit of a conundrum because I set up my inventor ant pad over here in a place where it is very difficult to reach it with food. And I realized I'm going to need to move it. I'm going to need to move it over to the other side over here. But I kind of realized that maybe I don't need to feed it from the same pool of food that I'm feeding to the queen, though, I mean, these ants definitely have plenty of it. Maybe I want to set up its own independent food source over here. But, okay, so the first thing I need to do, though, is I think I gotta get rid of these paths. So let's remember where the buttons are, remove the paths, and actually let's just remove all the paths. And then I guess we stick this... grab that, and we stick it someplace. So I'm knocking down these plants when I do it. These plants actually do have some value, but there's also an awful lot of them. And I haven't yet gotten to the part of the game where I value them, so in my mind, it's kind of whatever. I can destroy them if I want to. Later I might regret that, I'm not sure. But what actually, you know what I really want to do first is, let's move this one, because this is the guy that needs to get fed. And so he's going to need to have food coming at him. And actually, yeah, these flowers are nice and all, but, I mean, there is plenty of food up here. And it does seem really convenient to just point him up this direction. So, yeah, I think I will do this. I think I'll just grab these, stick them here. We're just, like, straddling this flower right here, but whatever. We will stick a simple path from here to there. And then we will remember what we did over here, which was... So I think I can do that. I wasn't sure if I could do that additively. Like, can I just add more switches to this thing? I think I can. All right, so we'll continue this switch over here. And then we'll do a little switch right there. Okay, so that's all connected up. And now the main thing we need to do here is stretch this out. Ooh, we don't want to stretch it so much that we lose access to this flower. Stretch that out so they're feeding this guy too. So now, okay, so now we've got this one food loop that's feeding both the queen and this guy. So basically anytime... Okay, so here's the question. So I think the queen will often refuse food when our population is... Why is our population max so low? Uh-oh, that seems bad. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. So it looks like we've got some confused ants. So I guess I have set it up so only 4 ants work here. So maybe something went wrong up here and they were not consistently feeding food to the queen. Maybe she hit... Okay, I wonder if there's some kind of like vicious cycle that can happen here where we hit max population, so the queen is not being fed because she can't breed anymore, because we've already hit max population. But because she's not being fed, we're not upping the stages of production, the stages of whatever of our community upstairs. Or I don't know. Now that we're feeding both of these guys, though, we just exhausted these flowers real fast. So I think I am going to extend this path. So let's grab... Okay, so it is there. We want that. Let's grab a foraging path and pass it through more flowers and join it there. And let's get everybody back on the path. And I think maybe we should have more ants here. Let's say we want 6 ants on that path instead of 4. I do kind of... there's some weird enjoyment that I get from like raising the number of ants on this path using a tool that I created. Like, it's not like we've got this path and it's just got some intrinsic value on it. It's just something that I plonked down and then I changed the number on it. Like, I devised this path. I set up the logic that connects ants to it, and then I set the value on the logic I created. There's kind of a different satisfaction you get from something like that. Okay, so this guy, he's filling up. He's going to collect 10 energy, and when he's collected 10 energy, he will pop, and it will be time to get some technology out of him. However, the queen is eating a lot. And it looks like... Okay, it looks like... Well, she... Okay, our max population is at 25 right now. But she's still eating. What do you... Okay, so they're only feeding this guy the flowers. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't do this on purpose. So basically, this guy is sharing food with her, and like, we're distributing the food between the queen and this guy by basically saying this guy only gets the food from these flowers. Because those are the only flowers that, like, when an ant grabs from this flower, they eat him instead of her. So if I wanted to feed him faster, I could actually move him over a little bit. I could grab this and still connect it, and then I could have it be these 5 flowers that now feed into him. Oh, that's interesting. I want to make this guy the centerpiece here of our little operation. All right. If nothing cool happens, that guy becomes our thumbnail. Oh, we've got another guy lining up. Oh, no. So, yeah, the way we set it up last time is whenever we make an ant here, it first goes this way, then goes that way, then comes this way. So we got our second guy going this way. And so we're going to slowly be building up ants over here. But if I get a backlog of ants here because I'm just not filling this guy up very quickly. Oh, he's inventing right now. Can I click him? No, I can't. Oh, he needs one more. He's old, though. We've only got 1 minute to get him fed. Come on, ants. Feed our boy. Okay, now he's ready. Is he? Is he ready? Yes, complete. So now we click on him. He dies, but he's invented some technology. He's given us a chance to invent the radar tower. So this is a large dish that scans for radio signals from other colonies. Without this building, the ant colony is practically invisible. I don't remember exactly what this means. I have built this before, but I've forgotten. So the radar tower requires a bunch of stuff, including food. Oh, I've set this up so poorly. Okay, well, whatever. Let's place this down in a random spot. And we've got most of what it needs, except we don't have any food in any stockpiles, because we've basically just been harvesting directly from the flowers to feed the queen. That's no kind of way to do things. That's not how we should do this at all. Yeah, this whole affair is just nonsense. Okay, so let's take this sucker apart. We're not doing this anymore. All right. So whatever we do instead, we're gonna have to be funneling food to her regularly. I'm gonna be funneling food to him regularly. And I wonder, could I come up with a way to use a switch to send them back and forth to these two? Probably not, but I'm just curious if I can. Like, could I do... Okay, let's just draw something out over here. Could I do something like... Okay, I make a loop. Right? But then I make a branch in that loop. And then reconnect that like that. So we have one ant, and each time it goes around, first it'll go around one way, then it'll go around the other way. That's not crazy, except one of these ways has to be inside the other one. I don't think there's another way to do that. And so it would be hard to, like whatever I'm feeding into here would have to be completely inside something else. But maybe that's okay? Am I allowed to do that? Because I can have paths cross other paths, right? I can. Okay. So I wonder... Right, and I gotta remember, this is the way that I've been feeding this. Actually, why am I doing it from here? Is it... Oh, because that's right. I wanted to pull from a pool of existing ants, because this is the ant what makes ants. And so if I pulled it from here, if I ran out of ants, I would have no ants coming in to fill this. So I had to pull it from an existing pool. That's right. That's why that's there. Oh no, these guys are done. Okay, that's a problem for... All these guys are done. I mean, we've got a huge store here, but all these guys are done. We need to... Okay, we need to set something up over here. We've got so much to do. Okay, we're not going to unpause until we've solved all these problems. This entire episode will be me paused, solving a bunch of problems. Okay, so I'm going to riskily abandon this for a second. And then I'm going to move this again. Okay, well, I've got the radio tower. I'm going to move this so that these two are closer to... let's not destroy any... No, I don't want them that close together. Let's put them slightly closer together. Actually, I wonder... Maybe I should move things just back a little bit. Now that I realize I should collect food separately from delivering food, I should make some more room. I should make some more room here. Nope. Let's move that a little bit differently. Like that. And then... like that. And then we'll make tinier paths here. So it's going to be this way and that way. And that's a dead end. Nobody likes that. But then we put a switch on this. So we can go this way or that way. And this ant is on that path. And then we can delete all that and make a new path. I'm just trying to compress this whole thing so that I can move the queen further away from the flowers. That's what I'm trying to do. So pull the queen back here. Oh, but she's in the way of... Hey, you. Go over there. All right. Anyway. Let's move the queen. Right there. Okay. That gives us a little bit more space to work with. So now I move this guy. Let's try that again. Move it slightly back. Right. And we'll grab this and connect it. All right. So now we've got these two kind of next to each other. Actually, let's move this guy a little bit closer. Again, without destroying any flowers. And so then what I think I want to do is have the food guys. Actually, let's delete this whole path too. Get it out of the way. What I want to do is have the food guys come here and give 2 food to her for every 1 food they give to him. Can I make that happen? So that means we got a switch Goes 2 in that direction and 1 in that direction. And when they go this direction, they give it to her and then get out of here. When they go this direction, they give it to her and then get out of here. When they go this direction, they give it to him and then get out of here. And then both of these paths go around, and we've got an intersection. We've never done an intersection before. That might be nonsense. But then it comes around here to a storage site. Right? That's what we want? So we grab storage. We say... No, not storage. A dispenser. We want a dispenser. So we have a dispenser that is spitting out food. And so then... And these flowers might end up being wasted, but there's going to be a lot of flowers. Then it goes back that way. So as long as this dispenser is producing food, an ant will just keep feeding these guys. And then we'll have a little split off here to restock this when it needs restocking. That's set to 1. That's what we want. Hey, you, get on there. And so now we need to have a route that is constantly filling a storage with food. And that doesn't seem too hard. So let's take a storage. Let's point it in the direction of the food. And we could even do like multiple routes here if we want to. Let's do a foraging route that touches all these flowers. And so we'll have ants marching along this route, collecting stuff, putting it in here, and then this will grab food from that. Yeah, that all seems pretty doable. Okay, so let's... Finding all the ants and putting them back on the path is fun. At least ants clean themselves up. You know, they die if you leave them lying around too long. But this is actually good because now I don't need to worry about where the flowers are. I just need to set up flower routes. And then just feed them all into storages that can, you know, feed into dispensers like this one. So that will work, except I'm not feeding it any ants yet. So what have we got here? We've got this ant doing nothing. So we've got, the ants that go to the factories over here. And then I had 4 ants going this way. But now I need an ant or two to be running this. I still need ants. I need multiple ants to be running this thing. But I also need multiple ants over here. So let's say that this is the on-ramp for these ants. And let's say I still want 4. And then I also want another X number of ants marching around this thing. So let's send this over this way, I guess. Though actually, I mean, I don't even know actually if we want to go over here because we've gotten all this stuff from over here. Yeah, this can all just go away. Go away. Go away. All right. So yeah, all we really need is for ants to go over here. And for that to be aesthetically pleasing. There we go. Okay, so right now, 4 ants will go to run the food delivery service. And then all the rest will go over here. We don't have any ants going after this stuff. And honestly, so the thing I liked. So which of my destinations do I want to have like all the extra ants going to? Like, because I can have only one destination where all the bonus ants go, and all the other ones I'm going to have like, you know. Well, actually, no. I guess I could just. I'm going to do the opposite of what I did last time. Last time I had 4 ants on the feeding, and then I sent all the rest of the ants to 2 different routes where they were all collecting like scrap metal or whatever this is. And so I think I'll just do the opposite this time. This time I will send a limited number of ants over here to collect the scrap metal, and all of my extra ants will be on feeding duty. And we'll just see how that goes. So that means that... Actually, why do I have this? What's this for? I don't know. Go away. We've got a whole bunch of nodes here, but I think what I want is to have a counter come off here and then set up a whole bunch of these. And again, we're doing another intersection, which I don't trust. And I'm making it kind of jagged so we can pick up all the little extra bits. Like that one. Boom, boom. Later on, I will look at this and be like, why did I set it up that way? That looks ugly, and I'll correct it. So I'm going to do a big, ginormous loop. However, this big, ginormous loop is not going to be very efficient. Because basically each ant, if I put just one storage on this, each ant will pick up like one thing, drop it off, and have to go around the entire loop to do it again. So what I'm going to do instead is set up multiple storage drops. So I'll put a stockpile here. And a stockpile here. And stockpiles are free. A stockpile here. And I don't know, stockpile here, I guess. This is so arcane. I was like, you know what? This is my second game. I'm going to make it so aesthetically pleasing. And I did not make it aesthetically pleasing in the slightest. This is the most haphazard colony or factory or anything I've ever put in a video game. Okay, so let's say that we're going to have 4 ants marching around that. But they'll be very efficient ants because they'll be dropping off multiple times each. It's like having 16 ants on one of the other paths. Sort of. And then I'm going to set up another foraging path over here. We're going to be feeding so much food into these big fat ants. So yeah, let's just touch every flower that we can see. There we go. Foraging path. And we will stick a storage on it. I'm not as worried about trying to game the efficiency of this one, so I'm just going to put 1 storage on each one. And then I will place a route to get there with my newborn ants. And we will put a switch here to make them go back and forth between the 2 destinations. And so we're not going to put any new ants on this at first, because first we have to get our 4 ants onto this path. So that's going to take some time. But yeah, the only downside to having these at the end of the path, so the upside is they're going to get, I mean, we're going to have tons of ants on this path. But if something goes wrong and I start, losing a lot of ants for whatever reason, I'm going to fill up all of my other jobs first before we get food. And food is what I need to get more ants. So there's a possible vicious cycle here, but I don't think I'm likely to incur it. So maybe we're fine. I don't know. There's got to be some kind of problem here. I don't know what it is, though. Oh, one thing I do need to add is a second dispenser. And that hits it, yeah. so that I can pull from that storage. So both storages are now being fed in here. However, one of them is definitely the backup storage. I could try to pull from both equally by setting up another switch gate here, but we've been paused for way too long as it is. So let's unpause. And, oh, this is too tight. This is too tight. The ants are going to hold each other up here. That guy's blocking the gate. Or is he? Wait, no. Maybe he's not. Let's see. Let's see. Another ant comes up, and does he get blocked? Oh, not if this guy goes forward. No, he's not blocked. Okay. Okay. I think this will remain functional. Sort of. Okay, so now we've got an ant coming over here. By the way, I'm assuming this will just automatically accept the right thing. Just whatever the first thing that gets placed on it. Yes, it does sort of accept the first thing that gets placed on it. Oh, but look at this. This guy is demanding all of the food that I drop. And the dispensers aren't getting anything. Okay, hey, you. No. Get the... Oh, right, you're not going to pick up a... You're not going to pick up the food, are you? Can you pick up that food? Okay, feed the queen. I'm going to manually pick up the extra food and feed it to the queen for now. Until we fix this problem. But I can't pick up this one. Because I have to... Okay, I'm going to literally delete this path because I'm so freaked out by having spare food lying around. Okay, now I have to fix it. Alright. Anyway, okay, but we still have these flowers. Okay, backup plan. Backup plan. We forage along that part of the path. Okay, so we got backup flowers for if the storage empties. That's cool. Now, we are making too many of these. So, I need to make another path over here. For right now, because we've got so many inventor ants, let's just really slow them down. So now, the vast majority of our ants are going to go this way and are not going to go this way. Because we're just not feeding our buddies here. Okay, so what do we have here? We've got a guy who's doing nothing. Got a guy who's doing nothing here. We got a guy who's doing nothing there. Who else is doing nothing? Who else is a useless ant? You're a useless ant. Get on there. Yep, connected stockpile is empty. Working on it. So whenever this radio tower is done, sucking up all our food. See, the intent was for me to have figured out the food stockpile situation a long time ago. And the radio tower was supposed to just take from my existing food stockpile. I don't think the people who made this were planning on me forgetting to do that for like the entire time. I did it in my last colony. I did make a food stockpile in my last colony. I just forgot that that's what I did and didn't bother with it this time. Okay, it does look like these guys are doing a good job over here. Like they're filling up their little stockpiles. At some point, these stockpiles are going to get worn down, and we'll need to sort of redirect our dispensers, but not yet. We don't need to do that yet. And it looks like these guys are staying ahead of these guys, which is good. Not by much, but by a little. Okay, we're at max population, but we are not feeding the queen. And so we're going to regress pretty soon. Oh, wait. Nope. We're starting to get some positive stockpile. Because the radio tower is complete. Okay, nice. Actually, the radio tower might also be a good little piece of decor for the thumbnail. So let me. That's my new backup plan there. But yeah, let's hit make contact and see what happens. Ooh. Oh, look at this. The little flying dudes. Oh, we got so many little flying dudes. Look at this. So many little flying dudes. I like that they just let you sit here with this going on. They don't explain what this is. You just get to kind of enjoy it for a bit. Oh, but we've got an inventor ant we need to consume. Yeah, we're still stacked up on inventor ants. Oh, but now that we've got enough food in our stockpiles, this is a feeding machine. We got 4 whole ants on this job. And they're doing it. So wait, so we've got 4 ants on this. Oh, report screen. Look at this. Completed nuptial flight number 1. The colony was visited by 859 drones. Time since colony start, 40. And this is how many ants I made. I made so many small worker ants. So many of them. 5 inventor ants. Only 2 of which died. And so now... the radar tower picked up information about a nearby island. Let's look at this. So there's a whole new island out there now. So I'm on the blue island, but we've got a yellow island. So the new island offers undiscovered materials, but regular walking ants won't be able to reach it. You need to create ants capable of flight. Unlock fabric in the development tree and produce 20 pieces of fabric. Okay, so fabric is over here. So I got to get there via plant cutting. And then I need to collect 10 pieces of fiber before I can make fabric. By the way, I like that. So some of these are unlockable with the research you get from the ants. Some of them are just achievements you have to hit, which is kind of cool. So, all right. Let's zoom back in. Oh, look, we're a little tiny version of my colony. So we got to start collecting fabric. And that means we got to start cutting plants. But before I start doing that, let's just make sure... Okay, yeah, so we're still making a profit on the food. And plenty of food into the stockpiles. Well, not plenty. Now, we're kind of running out regularly, actually. I feel like I have too many inventor ants. These guys are going to die before they get to their destination. I think... I mean, you can't have enough of these, right? There's no such thing as too many. Too many nodes on one of those, right? Okay. I'm a little bit worried that I don't have enough ants ending up here. It says we've got 24 ants, and so where are those ants? So we got 1 here, right? We've got 4 here, that's 5. We've got 4 here, that's 9. We've got 4 here, that's 13. So we should have 12 ants gathering food. I don't think we have 12 ants gathering food. And I'm not sure where all our ants are. Oh, I guess we've got the inventor ants. Oh, we got another one popped. Okay, this guy's not gonna make it. He's gonna die. Let's just send him somewhere respectable to die by himself. How many did I say here? Oh, I put 6 there. Why? Oh, I know, because this used to be a different kind of place. I only wanted 4 here. So we'll stop sending 6 this direction. I didn't even count them, but yeah, that's too many. All right, so we got to start cutting some plants. This seems like the most fruitful plant cutting place. But how easily can we get some number of ants over here to do the cutting? We can't put a counter off a counter. That won't work. Oh, I mean, I guess it could kind of work, but it's not going to detect anything past the other counter. So we could be like siphoning ants off of this to feed this, but I think maybe I'd rather just siphon them off the foraging path. Or another thing we could do is send them all the way over here. That seems like a lot. Oh, there's so many like little tiny bits of resources we could go and get. I mean, we could just go super ugly and just cut straight across one of these things. Maybe that's what I'll do. All right, so this thing goes clockwise, right? So if I could set it up so that the next time it switches, goes over here, and we just... Oh, it's going to pick this up. I don't want it to pick that up. We gotta avoid it. Because I'm using a hauling path, it's just gonna automatically pick up whatever I go by. Okay, so this is our destination over here, and we're going to make a plant cutting trail. Luckily, I think it will not cut the flowers. So we'll do a plant cutting trail, and we'll put a storage here for plant cuttings. And this time we're not going to destroy random plants to do this, because that would be counterproductive. And this will now accept whatever. Wait. Do they not put it in storage? I don't know. Let's see what happens. All right, so let's find an ant that is not currently doing something useful, like this sentry ant, for instance. Let's send him over here to the plant cutting trail. See what he does. He goes around the trail. Does not cut a plant. Okay. Okay, he's not cutting any plants. So what have I missed? What have I messed up? Workers on site will cut down trees and plants and collect their fiber. Why is this guy not doing that? Does he have to detect that there's a storage for it? Do we store it in a different way? I've done this before. I swear I've done this before. This is what I had just started to do when I... Ooh, new null trail. That seems valuable. What's this? 50 ants to track that idea. Okay, so the null trail actually is useful. The null trail will let me make a trail here that will not pick anything up along the way. But I've got like no idea. Can I just... Oh, can do hauling or foraging. Sentry ants in particular can't do advanced functions. Oh, okay. Got it. Cool. Then in that case, send you back to... I was wondering what was going on. Okay, so when you're done dropping off your food, you're going to be my new guy. Okay, you are going to go cut some plants because you can do plant cutting. Right, so the sentry ants are there to be like my starting guys, but they can't fuel my later ambitions. And now I'm just gonna let's put more. Oop, I just destroyed a plant. Let's do more storages so this guy operates a little faster. Where can I put another storage? Maybe over here, like this way? Oh no, I've destroyed another plant! No! Oh no, another one! That's fine, whatever. I don't know if, I mean, we might consume these. I don't know if we consume these the way we consume the iron, but we might. So yeah, we're piling up a bunch. See, now that okay, oh, and there's two ants working here now. We got a second ant through the pipeline. And now we've collected all our fiber. So the new island offers undiscovered materials, but regular walking ants won't be able to reach it. You need to create ants capable of flight. So we need to make, unlock fabric, which will take some science. And, oh, holy crap. We've got science. So now we've unlocked fabric. And so does that mean, can workshops make it? Hey, workshop, what can you make? You can make fabric. Okay, cool. I don't think I'll repurpose any of the existing ones. Though, I mean, it's not like I'm making regular use out of these goods here. So maybe I could, but I don't know. For right now, let's say that what we want is another counter off here. That leads to a workshop that is connected to a dispenser and a storage. And it does hauling. Okay, that feels inhumane to make an ant walk that path. So I'm going to stretch it out just a little bit. I mean, I realize these are robot ants. They don't have feelings. Oh, crap. Hello, sir. Let's give you a null path up to here. And you can start withdrawing fabric. I mean, withdrawing plant bits from there. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, this thing. Oh, it needs more iron to build. Oh, and we're not producing iron fast enough. Or we're overproducing this stuff. Okay, hold on. Let's... Is there a word for... Let's make nothing. Let's make nothing for just a little bit. And no, this is not what we wanted. This should accept only fabric. And you need to stop. Yeah, okay, yes. That's good. Just walk around in circles until we're ready for you. Oh, but we've emptied. Ah ha 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 ha. Okay. So all of our dispensers we're pulling from that one original source. And so we had actually dried up our source of iron and I hadn't noticed. Why is this one at question mark, but this one isn't? That's weird. Okay. I am wondering if it might be worthwhile to sort of try to catch up by adding another one of these metal workshops. Because it does take a little bit of time to make some metal. I would just need... Really, the hard part would just be getting an ant there. Okay, look, some ant needs to just pick this up. So let's... You, go get this and then get back on your path. Thank you. I do love that we can make those little spot orders like that. Okay, we got 2 big question marks over here. Okay, we are starting to make fabric now. We finished that thing. Cool. So let's turn this back on to make iron plate. Turn this one back into make screw. And I think we're back in business. Let's see if these guys start catching up. If they don't, I might need to make a third. But we're making fabric now. We finished this workshop. We're making the fabric. We're good. And we're piling up on the food on that side. Is that because... Yeah, because the first dispenser is the one that always gets used. So only if this dispenser is empty do we use this dispenser, which is fine. Whatever, we got plenty of space. We've got so much plant material. Look at this. That's some silliness. I maybe should have made two of these factories. But yeah, you can see here that, like, there is definitely a sense that if you have played this game a bunch, I played it one time, and I've still done kind of a poor job of planning. I did a better job than my previous time, but not great. Like, if I thought ahead, knowing, like, oh, I'll also want a fabric factory, I would have made more room on this row for a fabric factory, for multiple fabric factories. Or, like, if you know in advance, like, I knew in advance I wanted at least 2 of these, like, you know, steel refineries, and I wanted at least 2 of these workshops over here. I knew that in advance. And so I made sure there's room for that, but I wasn't thinking about fabric. So I would have made more room for fabric and would have made more room here for, like, another, you know, another couple of branching paths. Because as it stands, like, this is kind of an awkward fit. I mean, I could move a bunch of stuff around to make more room. Like, I could pull that over here. I do like that adjusting the existing paths is made so easy. Because I mean, I need this, right? Like, if I had to completely delete these paths in order to make space for new construction, this game would be untenable in a lot of ways. Because I think I actually can, probably. Yeah, I think I can actually build a second fabric factory. It's going to be ugly, and if I had planned ahead better, I could make a more satisfying looking one. But I can make one. I'll make a dispenser here. I don't know what these little colorful things are. They're probably something that's important. I can make a hauling trail that goes from the dispenser to the workshop, over to the storage, and back. And I can make a counter that splits off here, and then a null trail that goes all the way over here. And whoa, I just got another ant on that trail. Great. So we're going to be making, what are we going to be making? Fabric. And this is going to be connected to different storage. And there we go. Wow. I kind of love it when I'm, like, making something like this and I actually can't make it fast enough to get ahead of the ant. Like, an ant is already volunteering for the job. Oh, holy crap. I am neglecting my research ants. Main trail. Designed to be the central path for ants to follow and to flow into other loops. Cost to unlock 100. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Okay. So once I've got 50 ants, I can get iron floor tile. Oh, lets me make a grid. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so basically, I need to get 50 ants before I can unlock this branch. And main trail costs 100, and then a diamond of some kind? So, yeah, I can't afford that. Of course, wait a minute. It looks like... Oh, what the heck? Carry gate. Logic lets ants enter based on what type of material they're carrying. So I could... How would I use that? Would I, like... have ants that are carrying something get to go to the storage, but the ones that are not yet carrying something take a shortcut back? Or something like that? That's interesting. I don't know if I want that. But now I know it's a possibility. We're getting there with the 50 ant thing. My max population is 50 ants. But unfortunately, like, ants die pretty fast too. So I have to be, like, creating these guys pretty fast. And every time I merge ants, I'm slowing down the rate at which my population grows. Because, like, you know, when I send 2 sentry ants over here to become inventor ants, or not sentry, worker ants, right? Worker ants. When I send 2 worker ants over here, they merge and it reduces my population. Oh, I think I hit it earlier. Oh, no. Oh, I have to catch it. I have to catch this button while it's at 50. What the heck? Okay. Breed harder. There. Got it. Okay. Breed harder should be the title of this episode. Okay. So, automated events will speed up. Wait a minute. So, points. How can I automate them? I mean, I can automate them. I can automate adventure ants to approach this thing. I don't think I can automate clicking them. Can I? I think clicking them has to be manual still. I don't know of a way to click them automatically. We are slowly making fabric. How much fabric does it take? It takes 2 fiber to make a fabric. Okay. All right. Oh, here we are. More inventions. But, I mean, I need to get at least 30 before I can do anything, so... Okay, so I think that getting to a higher stage, which raises my max population, requires me to feed this. I need to feed the queen faster. And right now, okay, now all these ants that are doing all this harvesting, they are getting ahead. Look how ahead they're getting. Okay. Well, what that means is we need to raise this. I'm going to double the number of ants that I'm putting on feeding duty. Now that I'm definitely way ahead of the game. I mean, I've got way too many ants over here. I've got way too many ants over there. Like, we're wasting ants on this job. So that job should have been gated on the number of ants. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to move the switch up here. Then we're going to put a counter off this. We're going to make a null path going that way, and then we're going to delete that. And this is going to say, I only want 4 ants. Do I even want 4? We've got so much. I only want 2 ants cutting plants. So now no more ants are going to go over here until it gets below 2. Yeah, the stockpile's full. That was ridiculous. Okay. Oh. We've got more stuff. Oh, we've got enough fabric, though. The assembler is a building that can upgrade ants to new castes by combining them with materials. What? I can combine an ant with a material. Okay. So... unlock the assembler. Where is the assembler's here? Okay. I can afford that. And then I can make a drone that can fly, or I can make a small digger ant that can drill open solid ore deposits. Oh, like the big giant iron thingies. Okay, let's start with drone. Oh, I can't afford drone yet. Okay, so we're coming up on an hour, and so I'm starting to think that maybe we should end this episode, and drones are a thing that I worry about later. Also, one thing I could also do, like, if I'm worried that I'm not feeding the queen fast enough, I can also, another thing I can do, in addition to, like, having piled a million ants here, which is the first thing I did, I could also add another branch here so the queen is fed more often than the inventor. Oh, is this what the carrying gate is for? Like, if an ant is already carrying something when they emerge, I could have them not go through the full loop again, except there's, in this particular configuration, there's no value in that, but I could see something like that working. Okay, so eventually what I'll probably do is I'll probably set up an assembler over here and start making some bonus kinds of ants that I have no idea how to use. But actually, maybe what I should do is play this on a different map a little bit on my own. Like, just start a new campaign, try to do a better job from scratch, but then come back here maybe when I know a little bit more about drones and try to do a good job of that. So yeah, so we've pushed the boundaries here of what we know how to do, and I think we've learned a lot about how cool this game is. So let me know if you're interested in seeing more of this game. I'll probably try to play it, like I said, a little bit on my own, learn a little bit more about it. And if you want to see another video about this, leave me a comment and let me know that you want to see more. For right now, though, that's my subscribe button. And if I do make another video about this game, I'll put that there. So if that exists, you can click on it. Otherwise, it'll be other nonsense. And you can also click on that.